Hey, what's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back. So we are here in Columbia, New Jersey, I think. Whatever TA is right off 80, coming in on the west side of Jersey. We're right there, right by whatever river you flow through, whatever river you drive by. Anywho, beautiful day. I don't know, it's like 50 degrees, which is pretty chilly for a lot of people. For me, look, I'm a firm believer. I was a polar bear in my last life, at least a grizzly bear, but probably a polar bear. Anywho, weekly pay update from last week. Again, if you watched the last video, I was saying, hey, I'm having a pretty good week, and it turned out to be a pretty good week. A great week in my book. So we hit 3,080 miles last week, 2 tarp loads, and this, I mean, I can't complain, man. They were pretty simple loads, nothing crazy, easy tarp loads. Nothing outrageous. I did bobtail, not just deadhead, but bobtailed from Eagle Pass on Monday to Laredo. That's what got me over the hump of 3,000. Because that was 143 miles right there. 123 miles. So that put me right over 3,000. So, other than that, I mean, nothing really abnormal, nothing crazy. So pretty easy week. Let's talk the numbers. All right, so first run, we actually picked it up on Tuesday. Because remember, Monday we dropped off and then had the deadhead all the way down to Houston to pick up. Got to swing by the house, my friend's house. Let me specify, my friend's house. Got to see Ellie. Really miss her. The road's not as enjoyable without her. But with how things are going right now, with my trainer class coming up, Ellie, she actually needed to get some shots done. So I was like, hey, let's leave her here. And after vacation, I'm coming up. I'm gonna take a 2-week vacation off here in a couple weeks, and then after that we'll bring her on full time again for the summer until she gets tired of it. So anywho, picked up out of Houston, took that to Worthington, Ohio. That was 1,387 miles. That was a tarp load. Next we picked up in Columbus. We actually picked up like a mile and a half from where I dropped that load. So picked up there in Columbus, took that down to Antioch, Tennessee, which is pretty much outside Nashville. 396 miles. Excuse me, sorry, I just finished dinner and I guess it hasn't fully digested yet. So anywho, took that down to Antioch, 396 miles. From there, we deadheaded all the way to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Roll Tide! I'm not an Alabama fan by any means, but picked up there in Tuscaloosa, took that down to Eagle Pass, Texas, 1,174 miles. I'll put my little sheet right down here below the camera instead of having to look over here. Hang on. Instead of having to look this way at off the camera, I kind of just look down and back up. Anywho, from there, we bobtailed from Eagle Pass to Laredo. That was 123 miles. So in total, 3,080 miles. Again, 2 tarp loads. Nothing crazy. Pretty easy securement. Pretty easy tarp jobs. So, hey, easy week. Big money for me. Again, pay is subjective, right? Some people are like, oh, that's not good money. Some people are like, oh, that's great money. This is just simply what I'm making here at Melton. I will say I did go up to 58 cents a mile this week. I hit my 1-year mark on Wednesday. Again, all 3 loads, 58 cents a mile. I was previously being paid 53 cents a mile. So 5-cent increase, hey, I'll take it. We grossed $1,555, and our per diem was $431. So again, I know I mentioned this last video, but pretty much, I bring home almost what I'm grossing. My per diem kind of takes care of all my 401k, taxes, all that. So pretty much, like, I can see my gross and be like, okay, I'm taking home roughly that. Like this week, gross was $15.55, and I think I took home like $15.37 or something like that. Like, it's not too far off. So again, I'm not in Melton's healthcare. I don't have any child support, no alimony, no, nothing crazy like that. My biggest deduction is my 401k. And then, so again, everybody's deductions and everything, taxes, everything's so different. That's why I'm just kind of giving you, hey, here's my gross, here's my per diem. You can combine the two and then take your whatever, however you want to do it. Gross, per diem, right? And then your situation, and you can, go through that. But again, that was last week's pay, our weekly pay update, WPU. I think we're just going to do that acronym from now on. I have quite a bit of time today. It's only 2:30 here in New Jersey, and so I'm working on my 1 year video, my 1 year Melton review. And so be on the lookout for that if you're interested. If not, I know it's not for everybody. But if you have any suggestions or comments, anything like that, excuse me, drop them below. If you have any suggestions on like content you would like to see, like if y'all want to get my tripod out and put it on the flatbed to show securement, or I'm working on getting a GoPro, like a head mounted GoPro, and I'd like to start a drive with me series. So drive with me through, insert whatever city here, right? Like on this trip I drove through like Indianapolis, Columbus, and that's pretty much the two biggest cities. I didn't drive through anything really cool, unless you count the Poconos mountain range in Pennsylvania. It was a beautiful morning though, I will say that. And just kind of a head mounted, hands-free device, and just kind of say, hey, like, here are things I'll look out for while on the road. But anyway, just get like a head mounted GoPro and just kind of do something like that. I need to clear that with safety first, as the vehicle's actually moving while we're doing that. All the other movement shots are just my phone's mounted here, and it just records, and then I just take whatever I want throughout the day. But we'll see what happens there. Other than that, like, subscribe if you enjoy this content. If for whatever reason you want to come to Melton because of my videos, here's my driver code somewhere right in here. I don't know where I'll put it, probably right here, just because I got a black shirt on it, white lettering. But other than that, that's all I got for y'all. Have a good day. Currently on this week's gonna be all right. 20, maybe around 2,000 miles, a little over. Nothing great, nothing, whatever. Y'all have a good one. We'll catch you next time.